These white shelves, are these staying up here or going downstairs?
I'm probably gonna use them, but I'm not sure.
Dominique Macheca and her boyfriend of 10 years, Joseph Laspina, have been working long hours getting Paper Doll Vintage Boutique in Huntington Village ready for the big grand opening.
Right now I'm kind of matching together outfits in my head, so as I'm putting these dresses together, I'm kind of merchandising a little bit.
We just had our phone and internet service installed this morning, so I'm going to be getting that all set up and configured.
Thinking about what the windows are going to be.
We have another carpenter coming back this evening who's going to be helping just do a little bit of touch-ups.
And that's not all.
We're going to be doing some paint and some work.
We still got a good chunk of the ceiling that's not complete.
I have to paint the counters.
Going to be getting our racks on the walls.
We still have a lot of work to do, as you can see, but we'll get it done. Joe, could you grab me a box of regular hangers?
As the deadline approaches, the pressure to get the store open looms. Not only is the work physically draining, but it's also emotionally taxing.
When I first rented the space, there was a week where I got almost like buyer's remorse, where I was just like, is this the best spot? Is it the right spot? Could I have gotten a different spot? What would have happened? And all these what ifs. On Saturday, I had a little bit of a panic day where half the store wasn't painted yet and I didn't know if we'd be able to open in time.
But nerves aren't holding Dominique back. You see, this isn't her first go-round opening a business. 4 years ago, Macheca opened Paper Doll Vintage Boutique in Sayville, which we highlighted on a previous episode. She also has the support of Joe, who is not just the boyfriend. He's also the silent partner who invested money to help get both stores off the ground.
I went out on a little bit of a limb, took a chance when we first opened the other shop in Sayville, but she has just taken that and run with it and built it into an amazing thing.
Dominique and Joe first met at a day camp in 2nd grade.
I always liked him since then, but he was first interested in toys.
Then they attended the same high school, but were in different social groups.
So I was a punk, he was like a homie. We listened to different types of music, that we were both in AP classes together, and I still liked him back then.
It wasn't until they randomly met at a bar where that 2nd grade crush blossomed.
We started hanging out then, and pretty much since we ran into each other, we've hung out every day.
Dominique says that having Joe invested in the store helps their relationship.
He has different strengths than I do, so we're able to balance this as a project together and just work on it together. We both have, you know, like a romantic relationship and a personal like friendship and like a business partnership, and just to have all those elements together and to pretty much nurture and grow all of them together, it feels really good.
For Joe, working with Dominique is a side job. During the day, he installs temperature control systems in New York City. But that 4-hour round-trip commute doesn't stop him from contributing in other ways to his investment.
Being an owner of this business has not paid me a dime since day one. I'm still here with a smile on my face because I still have faith.
After a 2-month period of negotiating and signing the lease and then fixing the store, the doors are open. A display case showing off paper is now filled with jewelry. The fitting rooms, which once stored boxes and paint, are now ready to transfer customers to a different era. Dominique says she put $5,000 to $10,000 towards fixtures and merchandise to set up the store.
Saved a little bit of money and then went in with a little bit of personal investment to be able to do this, but to be able to do it without loans was, you know, a little bit of a good feeling.
I'm gonna flip this around to sign with our fancy new machine.
Dominique, you're open. First off.
The opening went great. I'm happy to be open. It was easier than I expected in a way. It went smoother, everything that I was afraid of for no reason.
Both shops will sell the same retail brands, but the vintage clothes will be store specific. The Huntington location is split with reproductions on one side and vintage on the other. As Dominique looks to establish herself in the Huntington community, she'll feed off that local spirit.
There's a great energy in the town, so that's a lot of the reason why we're here.
As for Joe, he still hasn't seen a dime from his investment. But his true reward is the encouragement he gave Dominique that inspired her to go from selling vintage clothes on eBay to opening 2 shops.
It's really fulfilling for me, her having the opportunity to do what makes her happy, be where she feels she's meant to be. It's a great feeling.
And while diamonds are considered a girl's best friend, these two stores are the real crown jewels for Dominique.
Some people get a big sparkly diamond ring, and other people want to invest in something for their future that would, at least this will one day pay us both back.